when you're actually told you have a diagnosis of Alzheimer's, it's earth-shaking.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very big thing to absorb at the time, and it was hard telling the girls, John's daughters. This particular doctor was involved in the research of a new medication. It could potentially delay the progression of the disease, and it felt like a ray of hope. You start out at very low dose, and over every 3 doses it titrates up. When John got to the highest dose, he had terrible headaches. He felt awful. He was having word finding difficulties. We were on the sailboat one day. He just could barely get the boat in. It was a very scary moment. John was having what was called ARIAs, which are stroke-like reactions to the medication. He went on a very heavy course of steroids to help bring the swelling of his brain down and return some normalcy, and he did improve, but he was left with a speech disability, and thought, well, maybe speech therapy would be beneficial. And I asked our PCP, who said yes. And by the way, there's somebody new at Southampton Hospital, and her name is Marta Kazandijan, and she's supposed to be terrific. The truth is, we never would have met Marta. His disease would have eventually progressed, and we wouldn't have had the support that we have. And she is brilliant, kind. She's our guardian angel. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
And he has a crush on her. It's a good thing I'm not jealous. We live a really fun life. We are struggling with this disease, but John and I live a really fun life together. We have a lot of friends. We travel. We max it out. We're retired and we're free, and he was starting to forget some of the fun things we were doing. So it occurred to Marta that keeping a daily journal would really support John's memory, as well as help maintain his communication skills and his writing skills. So he started his first memory book.
So my name is Marta Kazanjian. I'm a medical speech language pathologist. There's well-documented literature that talks about utilizing books and memory books to help people with Alzheimer's disease remember important events in their life. What was uncanny about it is, as he started to look at the pictures, he could remember the event.
How big was that?
Big.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes when you take a photo, you can take a photo of rocks and it can be really small, but you're right there.
Yeah.
This gives me the impression that it was that big.
Big.
Yeah.
And it's only on a little pedestal.
Oh.
So this is
Yeah.
this stuff, and it's I imagine in like a hurricane or something like that, it may be just knocked off this pedestal.
Yeah. Yeah. I really love the words, how you're connecting all those words, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's because it means something to you, so the words come out a lot easier.
If I tell him something that I want him to remember, in about 30 seconds, he's unable to recall that information. But when he sees a photograph of something, he's able to retain that information much longer. And so I utilized that as the mechanism to build this memory book that really is a chronicle of his day-to-day life.
Yeah. Oh, here's another thing.
Hmm.
Look at the color.
Oh, tell me more about that.
It's not like we have here.
Ah, the color of the water?
Color of the water.
Hmm. What was it? What was different?
It was, you could see down to the floor.
I love that. Because if there's a shark coming my way, I want to know that he's there.
So that's just the first place we really went in.
Do you remember seeing that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I took a picture of it.
that's why I took a picture of it.
Here,
Hmm.
we were on one side, and here, the wind is so strong, it goes like that.
Ah, is that what you're capturing in this
Yeah.
photo?
Yeah.
So the trees are actually,
And they're coming-
instead of vertical, they're horizontal.
Yeah, they're not gonna go up.
Is that you taking a photo?
Yeah, of course.
I love that. You shot that, didn't you? This is a beautiful photograph.
Yeah.
Why did you take it?
Why?
Hmm. What is it about that?
Okay, so we were happen at low tide.
Ah,
So
it happened to be low tide.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I love the clouds,
Yeah,
and I love the ripples.
yeah.
I
I
don't
see them.
I don't even want to walk on them because
I love
they're
that.
so beautiful.
I love that. Yeah, yeah. John, you have this uncanny ability to see things in nature, because I have seen so many photographs that I'm not sure I would see, but you have the ability to see it and then show us how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
So that's a good example.
Crazy.
That's a good example.
And I'm honored to work with patients every day, and especially patients like John.